Hi, sorry. Yes. I have a twin sister. And my twin sister and I phone each other every morning. So that was just a morning call. So back to Miss Faith. She requested, I accepted, and the moment I saw that she was in a chair and realized that she may have a disability, I had decided that I'm going to have a conversation with her. Like, I'm not going to say, hey, the only reason I accepted is to, not reject you because I'm not that person. I didn't want you to feel bad, but I'm going to follow you, and then later we can have a chat or we can battle if that's what you want. And instead of doing that I normally do, like when we're having conversation, I'll accept a request and say that, and we go back. I decided to just have a conversation with her because she seemed quite friendly. And I can't tell you how it escalated, but what I can tell you is that I maintained composure the entire time. She had no interest in me at all, no interest in my life, where I'm from, what I do. She didn't even know I'm from South Africa, because she didn't care to ask, like I asked her. And, the entire time she was talking about herself and I was feeding it. And immediately I realized that there's something not right here. Why? Because she spoke too much of herself in a victim mentality. And I find it I'm going to be very frank, I find it concerning when people victimize themselves. Because the first thing I think is, okay, they're trying to financially abuse people on social media, so they come with these sob stories. But then I also feel that's too judgy. JML, absolutely. Jenna, you sat here the whole time, Mama. I saw you. Please get some rest. Please rest your eyes. Please take care of yourself. Have a cup of tea, have a cup of coffee, put your legs up. Close your eyes. Let the noise just drain out of you and you will fall asleep. Hi, Skanda. Thank you so much, Dano. Thank you. Really, thank you. I don't just think she's a narcissist. I think she may be a sociopath. In fact, she has traits and qualities of a narcissist, but it's more towards sociopathic tendencies as opposed to being a narcissist, having narcissistic personality disorder. I do believe that she has a psychological problems. I do believe that she needs therapy. Ma'am, I was here before bed. I woke up, you're still here. Green-eyed gal? Of course, ma'am. We always put on a show. But, it's bright up here. I'm concerned about the dynamics of the parents, to be honest. Like, I'm concerned about the casual abuse that's happening. Her name is Faith, and she found that she was being bullied by some of the guests on the King John show, because when I was battling her and having a conversation with her, people started jumping over and saying that she's a scammer. Ask her about this, ask her about that. I actually want to talk about that. Sorry, I just need to take off my earrings. They're quite painful at the moment. That's because she doesn't believe she needs help. But I do want to say, when people sit on social media and jump over and say, ask her about this, ask her about that, it is a form of bullying. It is a form of cyber stalking. Thank you before. It is a form of harassment. But there's a fine line between harassment and raising awareness. And no line has been crossed regarding her. There's no boundary here because it's awareness. And she feels attacked. So when people jumped over onto my side to say this, I didn't say anything. I went round after round after round with her until I felt it was a good time, until I felt that she would have a conversation with me, until I felt that she not could trust me, because you don't trust internet strangers, but she could trust that I'm not there to hurt her, to attack her, to criticize her. And that's when I started asking the hard questions, and that's when things got difficult for her. And eventually she wanted her dad to come prove a point for her. And I was like, is your dad awake? Because if he's awake, I'd love to have a conversation with him then. And yeah, she called her dad to come and validate her behaviors and her actions and justify them, and he didn't want to. Apparently Jigsaw has recorded it. Thank you, Stormy. Hey, listen, I've been trained well on the King John show with all our guests from all around the world. And Fate seems to be the TikTok update. 1000%, you live and you learn. 1000% she's manipulating her parents the same way she manipulates everyone else. But remember, there's a sentiment and bond that she has with her family that can't compare to anyone else's. That's still their daughter at the end of the day. I'm sure they may feel guilty for what's happened to her because she constantly blames them. She's constantly blaming them. She is upset at them that she's got cerebral palsy because she says it's from malpractice. In fact, I wanted to ask her father, but I feel that it might have been intrusive. So I hope to speak to her parents again so that I can have these conversations. They seem scared to a certain extent. They try to keep her calm. Yeah, because it's either they're trying to hide something or they're just trying to pacify her because they can't handle it anymore. At this point, it's not making sense. So yeah, it's beyond me, to be honest, but I am going to investigate. Absolutely, Uncle Stephen. Hi, Deputy Wife. Some parents feel they're at fault and they're obligated for the rest of their lives. She's from the US. Don't do that to yourselves. Pacify. You know, I thought to myself, I wonder what she was like growing up. Because those pictures that Diva showed, they look like they have a very loving and happy family. How you doing, deputy wife? You live and you learn. I had that conversation with her and she just doesn't care. Green-eyed gal, it's coming. But ladies and gents, like I said, I wanted to come back here to just thank you. Thank you so much, really, thank you. Today may have been life-changing. Hi, Hokido? Hi. I would like to tell you that I am very discerning. I'm very careful. I don't just trust people's words. In fact, I'm not judge or jury. I'm just sitting here giving my platform up to whoever wants to use it to raise awareness, to speak about life, to whatever the case may be. I'm here to facilitate. So rest assured, there's not a single person out here who can bamboozle me, ideal keys, or bamboozle my audience, because we're strong together. When I grow up, I want to be just like you, KJ. Goodness. But thank you, Hakido, for enlightening us. I did read all the comments when he was in here. I don't know him from above, but he was absolutely respectful, and I will continue to treat him with that respect. But please note that respect doesn't mean ignorance. Respect doesn't mean casting a blind eye. Just because our thoughts on a certain person align, it doesn't mean that we agree on everything. It's healthy to not agree on everything. So, trust. We got this. Hi, Crystal. I think she feels she got away with everything. Of course she felt she got away with everything, but you know what's going to happen? She's going to bury herself, because the lies have now traveled cross-country, cross-border, cross-continent. And it can get overwhelming. Monique Nicole, thank you so much for the acknowledgement and the compliments. You guys are too nice to me. The reason why she was able to bamboozle people is because the approach people use to raise awareness with regards to her is actually an expose. But if people were respectful, I'm not saying that anyone wasn't, but I mean, if they tailored their approach according to who she is and how she is, a lot more people would have been saved. Yeah, Margot, I heard this. Telling people, like, what does it feel like to walk? And people are like, but you can actually walk. Not properly, but you can. That's my son snoring. It's crazy. But, babies, I must love and leave you. America, I will be online your time. In the afternoon, your time. South Africa, I will be online towards the towards the late afternoons, like 5 p.m. Thank you for the follow, Alicia. I am going to... Oh, sorry for sending an invite. It was an accident, Jana. Thank you, Robin. I appreciate you. Thank you, Miss Steffi T. I appreciate every single one of you. Listen. You don't know how powerful you are. You don't know how strong you are. You don't know how beautiful you are. You don't know how perfect you are. So please stick around so I can keep reminding you until it's there, written on your forehead. And if you can't grasp it, I'm going to stamp it there, okay? But I need you to stick around. I'll see you later. Get some shut-eye. We're going to come back and we're going to dive into things. Sweet, sexy, thank you for being part of it, all of you. I feel powerful because of you today. Margot, this is just the beginning. You are all perfect. You belong here. Wherever here is, you belong here. With me, with us, conquering this world, coasting through the chaos. A community isn't a cult. It's not people who hashtag, who sit in WhatsApp groups and on different platforms gossiping. It's us, right now, what we're doing. So thank you. Bless you. Sweet dreams. I appreciate you. And I know I've just met some of you, but I love you. I absolutely adore all of you. The world is dark right now. Alicia, this afternoon, your time, you're more than welcome to join me in switching on that light. I can't guarantee calmness, calamity, but I can guarantee you a good time. And that's all you need. You gotta go to work, Margot. Margot, rest well. Take it easy. Thank you, Sanela. Thank you for spoiling me with your time, your effort, your energy. Thank you for your discernment. Thank you for your knowledge. Thank you for your experience. Thank you for sharing your life, your journeys with us. Thank you for trusting us. We're strangers on the internet, trusting each other with our lives and our lives. So, thank you. I'm really happy that I've met you. We're all happy to have met you all. Thank you for finding me. And I'm happy you're sticking around. Thank you, Rach. Thank you so much. Good night, Salome. Good night, everybody. Good morning, everybody. Good afternoon, everybody. We have to get you a bigger spoon. I think I'm going to go carve one out of a tree. Thank you, Tarusha. I thank fate for that. Gotta have faith. Gotta have faith. That's a not George Michael. It's a George Michael song. I'm going to start the show off with that later on. Thank you, Yvette. Hi, Miranda. Yeah, okay. We're going to start the show off later with you gotta have faith or fate. Tarusha, everybody, thank you. What time? About 5 p.m. So in 4 hours, I'll see you all if you're around. Thank you, Margot. Margot, remember, you don't need to send anything here. Don't need to tap the screen. Don't need to share the live. Just come and have a good time. We're a family of strangers coexisting. Rest well, sleep easy, and take care of yourself until I see you again. And don't forget to hydrate. Even if it's coffee or Coca-Cola, drink that thing. You deserve it.